Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Endang Afridenggarwati. I'm as the member of government. I agree with the motion that this house would impoverish corruptors. So, before I'm going to my argument, I would like to rebuttal what our leader opposition said before. We know that corruptors is really awful people because the corruptor stole a lot of money from citizens, low citizens, and also we know that some kind of what corruptors did before. It's really kind of awful things that people or citizens have to know that the corruptors have to be punished. And then the corruptors also gave a lot of big negative impact for a country or a state. Because of what? Because a lot of money that she or he eventually make or enjoy themselves about the money that they stole from citizens or people in a country or a state. And also, with this kind of impoverished corruptors, it means what? It means we will not impoverish them so badly until they will not be able to feed themselves, but we will make them regret it, and then like they live a regularly everyday life like other people do at the same time. So for this, we will categorize for now about the characters that we have to impoverish. For small level, less than 10 million, and also for big amount corrupt, more than 1 until 25 billion. We know that characters in here is really awful person and such kind of bad thing that we should punish, and then we should make them regret about what have they did in a citizen of a country, because they or she or he give a lot of big negative impact for a state. And also after that, we know that the leader of opposition said about the jail and to impoverish corruptors. We know that the jail and impoverished corruptor is not something to be compared about. We do not talk about the jail for corruptors. We talk about to impoverish the corruptors here, because we know that when the corruptors has this program or to impoverish them or to impoverish their money for states, for their people, it is also they can enter the jail too. So it means what? It means if they come out to the jail and then their asset is gone, they will do some kind of regret for themselves to not do something like to make them will corrupt again in a state. And after that, the leader of opposition also said that we don't talk about the jail. Human rights guarantee has enough food. If she compare about it to impoverished characters and not talk about the jail, so it means what the leader of opposition said is zero. Because what we talk here is about to impoverish characters, not talk about the jail that the characters should enter it. We also know that after the characters has this kind of impoverished for their lot of money, they also will enter a jail too. And also, the leader of opposition said before that family cannot survive because of this punishment to impoverish the corruptors. So this can make a lot of people realize that with this kind of program of punishment for characters, we know that no one again will do the same thing as the character did before, because there's a term that and no one will do something bad if we can sacrifice one thing. It means we can save a lot of people. And then rather than will destroy everyone. It means what? It means family can survive for their life, because after the corruptors is impoverished by their a lot of money to go back, and then to know that the family can survive for themselves too. And also, again, children will not go to education. The punishment is for the characters, and then we also human and God know who is the right to be punished, right? And then in this case, the children can go to education, because there's a lot of scholarship that will happen for them, and then that's a really great chance for the children to do their education. So when the leader of opposition said, or the opposition parents said that, what about the children that cannot go to school or education? That is not logic, because what we talk is about to impoverish the corruptors, and the children can also go to school because there's a lot of scholarship happen here. And then we know know, right? When someone do something like bad things, and then they have an effect for themselves. The cause and effect, karma, it's just like a real thing that we should know about it. And also again, the important thing in this motion is that we agree or not this program or to impoverish the characters in a state. Like when we agree, this can make a lot of something change in a state that there are no again characters in a state. And also there is such an example about the characters. There's a lot of characters happen here, like electronic KTP. There's a lot of money that she or he stole from the citizen and low citizen. We know, right, Indonesia has a low economy. So what if there is a lot of characters here? And also Basuki said before that, this is my discourse. Every characters and its family must be impoverished. People are more afraid of losing money than debt. Basuki said it. So what does it mean? It means that a lot of people are afraid for losing money rather than debt. We know, right? Losing money and debt is some kind of specific things that we are human have to do it. But a lot of people here are afraid of losing money. So when this program or we can impoverish characters, it means there are no more characters in a state and the character will be less, and then the country can make their country will be more good and have a big impact for them because the character has no longer again. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Umar and I'm from Universitas Muria Kudus, and I am here as the government whip for the motion this house would impoverish character. So before I go to the conclusion, I would like to give some rebuttal from the opposition side. So the first is the opposition said that there's a lot of human error in the financial against in terms to tracing asset of the corruptor. So we want to make sure that if this motion is going to be realized, the impoverished of the corruptor, there are a lot of money or there are a lot of assets that's going to back to the state. So we can make sure or we can use that money to hiring or getting better the facility of the financial agents or of the tracing asset of the corruptor. So we are a win-win solution. We know that in the fact there is a lot of human error in the financial against the tracing asset, but if we know a case of corruption, we just do applying this impoverishment. So after the impoverishment, we get a lot of money or we get some amount of money, we use that for the beneficial things. One of them is to giving a time or giving a good facilitation for the tracing asset for getting better in the future. So the second rebuttal is about a corruptor is trying too hard to keep their case if they are know the consequences of this corruption is impoverishment. So we have to know that why we trying to get on the side of the corruption. We know that there's maybe a lot of things that corruptors do due to hiding their case, or it can be money laundering, it can be bribery or everything. But our goals to impoverishment is to getting lower the corruptor amount in the state. So we can get the facilitation better. We can get the police or the system of corruptor punishment is better from the impoverishment for the asset that came back to the state. So the opening of the opposition, the opening of government has said about the impoverishment. They have giving some argument of the giving proposal of impoverishing corruptor, and the opening opposition talk about the jail and rehabilitation. I also want to giving some argument that this argument is strengthen the member of government argument that the jail thing or the jail sentence is outside this motion. This motion is just to impovering the corruptor. And impovering the corruptor is different with the jail. It cannot be compared. And when the corruptor is getting jail, only getting jail or rehabilitation, they can still have enjoy the asset or the money that have been corrupted from the state. They will just spend their time in the jail maybe for some years, or at least their family can enjoy the asset of outside the jail. And I can make sure there are a lot of cases that show that the corruptor inside the jail is still can enjoying their asset. So this is the truth that we have to know. The jail or rehabilitation is not fully effective. So we propose that the most effective way to punish the corruptor in terms of impovering corruptor, they are still getting jail, they are still getting rehabilitation for the regrets effect to themselves. But we still need the impoverished corruptor for what? For getting back the money or the asset that being corrupted from the states, going back to the states, and this money or this asset is used to the states for many beneficial things such as healthy or welfare or anything such like that. And in this motion, we would like to talk about the system of the impoverishment as the member of government talked before. It is not totally being or totally making the corruptor and the family is poor, below the standard or anything, because I believe that the corruptor is still have an asset or still have such a asset that or wealthiness before they getting their position or the position that can make them being corruption. So this asset will still remain. We don't want to take any human rights from the corruption. We want to talk or we want to impoverish the asset that they have taken. From the asset that they have not taken or anything, I can let's say there are a lot of corruptors who have side business or anything. We will not take it. We will still remain it. The thing that we want to pay back is the impoverished, or we want to impoverish is the asset that they take back from the country. The effect of the country is so huge. There are a lot of people who get in poverty because of them. If the opposition can say that for making the corruptor impoverished, they will burden the states because there's more a family that live in below the standard of the country. No, we actually I can agree with this argument, because the family still can enjoy everything that they are having before the corruption happened. So I am this as the government whip. I can make sure I say that our argument, the closing government argument, is better and more relevant for this motion, because the government opening is not mentioned well about what is the impoverished management, and the opponent is still talking about jail and rehabilitation that is not comparable with the motion of impoverished corruptor. And I'm proudly agree to propose this motion. Thank you.